Good evening, Flosstube. Today is July 20th, 2024, and welcome back to MJ's Stitching Memories. My name is MJ, also go by Melissa. I am going through my what's in my car bags. Car broke down, so I need to take all the cross stitch out of it, and so it's perfect time to just kind of go through things. One of my, I'm calling these my whip updates. So we did whip update 1, whip update 2. Whip update 1 was before I realized that I need to take everything out of the car. So I didn't have any kind of cover photos or anything for those. So I'm going to try and pull a couple of those out today. And I'm just going to have to show you the pictures off my phone. So the first one is from an Etsy shop, and I do not remember the name of the Etsy shop, but the artwork is reminiscent of Bob Ross. So it is, it's the picture of Bob Ross standing at the easel, and he's painted a beautiful picture, and he says, "I think there's an artist hidden at the bottom of every single one of us." So I love it. I'm not any farther than I was last time, but I just wanted to make sure that you had a point of reference for what it really looks like. I didn't put this, well, I did, and then I didn't put this on my July finish list. So I think it's possibly going to go by the wayside for a little bit, just because the stitching is so small. I still haven't been able to count what size fabric it is, and so I just I've lost like the first 18 days of the month stitching. I thought I was going to have a big stitching month, and that's not been the case. So I haven't been home. So I'm going to, I guess, revamp my July plans and narrow down something a little bit more realistic and go from there. The next one is the, and I don't have them all in the same place, so bear with me while I pull them up and kind of talk to you about them, is the Raven Forest Silhouette, and it is a it's another Etsy pattern. I thought that was the folder. Okay, bear with me. It is the shape of a raven, and in multiple shades of color, and then within the shape of the raven is a forest of trees, and it's just beautiful. So let me find the correct folder. I tried to put them all into one folder, and my phone was kind of giving me fits, so I think it's Velvet Pony Design. Raven Forest Silhouette. So that's what it's supposed to look like. And this is the one that I'm doing on the remaining orange fabric from where I had done the raven, and I had started in the lower, excuse me, at the lower part of his tail. So no more stitches on it since you've seen it last. This one I would like to finish in July still, should I find the rest of the colors. I did misplace them, so that's kind of what's happened to that. This piece of fabric has 2 patterns on it. One is the Angry Pepper, and I really don't have a good picture of it. other than kind of a, come on, bud. That's basically what it looks like. Okay. And so this is how far I am on the Angry Pepper. And then the other is the other piece that is on this, on the same fabric is a, sorry. Thought I could find these fairly quickly, and that's been not the case. So let's start in that month. May. The majority of these are most likely from May starts, where I kind of did a version of Mania. So, anyway, it was a beaver. I haven't found the rest of his pattern yet, but this is the feet of a beaver. It was like International Beaver Day, which I thought somebody was teasing with me when they told me about it, and then they proved me wrong, so I definitely had to do it. So I've not put any stitches on it since that first day, and the same with both of these. So I don't necessarily know if these are going to be July finishes. Like I said, I've lost so much of the month, so I most likely am not going to get more time on them. A sail away, and I still didn't find the cover picture, but it's so close to a finish. You can kind of tell what it's going to look like. Some sailboats out in the water. And then my You Can elephant is a ballerina elephant. Oh, she's just adorable. I need to find this picture because my little bit of stitching just doesn't do her any kind of justice. She's by Milo Mini by Xenia. So, again, I haven't worked on her since the start. So, these two, I don't have hope for July finishes for them. It looks like I'm missing a thread, so I could probably stitch them without that thread, but I may not force the issue. Snug as a Bug is one that I was working on from a Secret Needle Night from Silver Needle, and I couldn't find my original digital picture of it, so I found some others pictures, but it doesn't list the artist that actually stitched it. So this is what it will look like, a Snug as a Bug. But it has some different colorways to it. I've seen it done in many colorways, and so I'm kind of adapting. I'm using the pattern, but I'm also doing a little bit of adaptation on the colorways on it. And I thought I had another colorway here that I was looking at. Yes. This one was kind of the one that I took some of my inspiration from in doing the letters in a purple base. So this is my snug as a bug. So that's no further progress on it. Not pushing for a July finish on it now. I originally was, but now I'm not. Did not find the cover picture for September Gnome, and the tablet that I had the pattern in is not working right now. So September Gnome that I only had SEPT started on is definitely not going to be finished in July. Another one that's not going to see any love in July is Homesy Hair. I showed him in the last whip update number 1, and he's not going to have any more stitches this month unless something drastically changes. Pardon me, didn't even put my back to you there. Those are not shown yet. Okay. As many times as I have shown the No Evil owls representing the character Ollie Owl from KLT Charting, I have not shown the cover photo. And so when I've mentioned that it is supposed to be on a stem, on a tree limb, and things of that nature, I've just never really shown anybody what that's supposed to look like. So I'm going to go ahead and 20 minutes ago I had found this picture. And now it's trying to hide from me. That's it. Okay. So it's a narrow, like, I mean, I can't tell how many rows, but that is the tree branch that the No Evil Ollie Owls are supposed to be on. I haven't made any more progress on them. I'm waiting for anybody's ideas. Should I try to make a 4th one? Like in a square box shape to be the No Evil Owl? Or once I finish these owls and put the tree branch, call it done. So if any of you have a recommendation, let me know. I'm open for suggestions. I'm probably not going to get back to work on this one until August, so I have time. So, you know, holler, let me know what you think. I mean, I started the channel to have my own personal video library or video journal of my stitching, but I also am definitely looking to get tips and tricks and hints from all of you that have stopped by to watch. So your thoughts are important to me. So there's no need to show the best catch. I don't have a cover photo of it, and it has no additional stitches. There's no need to show the autism awareness. I don't have a cover photo, and there are no additional stitches. What's this? What's this? Oh, Mickey tree. Okay. There's been a little bit of work on what I'm calling Mickey tree, which is and he's very wrinkled up because he's been in a little bit of a ball. This is a, I think it was called Fantasy Tree Mouse Ears, or Ears Mouse. But it's basically Mickey Mouse ornaments on a tree. And it's, again, another one I thought I had a cover picture of. Oh, that's the chart. That's not going to work. It is by a shop called I Cross Stitch Pattern. It is an Etsy shop. But this is what it looks like. It's a Christmas tree with Mickey Mouse. And I have threads hanging everywhere because I recently worked on this. Like yesterday. And got super tired, and as I mentioned in the past, once I'm tired, I just stop. I don't try and force finishing threads. I don't try and force pulling the thread to the back and running it under stitches, because I have done that before and actually have wrecked my stitches because I'm trying to hurry because I'm tired. So I kind of have, okay, so I have the pot that the tree is in done, and I have the bottom half of all of the Mickeys done, and then I'm starting to do more on the branches. Now, I originally started doing this with a solid color DMC and then a variegated green. I misplaced my variegated green, so I started with a second color of a solid green and just was kind of trying to intersperse it in places. And then I thought it was like a half a skein, and I guess I just had it rolled up wrong, and it only was enough to make just like this portion right here, and then there's maybe 50 stitches worth of it left. So I did find, since then, I found the variegated that I was using, and it is 92. So now that I have found this, I'm going to go back to using it for the greenery, and then I can either go back and take out those darker green stitches or brighter green stitches, or I can leave them because trees have different colors of leaves. So I'm not super pressed about that. It's not on a July or anytime soon finish list for me. It's just kind of one that as the mood strikes, I go for it. Oh, I do have a picture of the autism heart. So this is the autism heart that I'm doing. Although I think I'm doing it in 2 blues instead of the green. I'll have to wait and see how it's looking. The next is T-Rex. I haven't worked on him any since I showed him last. But he's just adorable. You know, I love all of my cross stitches, or they wouldn't still be in my stash. They would have been passed along to somebody by now. So I haven't worked on him since I was staying with my friends down in San Antonio like 2.5 years ago, 2 years ago. Can't believe it's been that long already. So I don't have him on a finish in July list, but I would like to see him done perhaps this calendar year. I think that would be nice if I could get him done. Just as a a finish for the year. I am still looking for his picture of what he's gonna look like when he's finished. He's hiding. He's being shy. He doesn't want me to show off all his cuteness. That's what it is. Okay, yes, I know it's an inanimate object, but you know, it's, I don't know. I mean, I've called my cross stitches names before, like the characters. I made up my own names for them, or I have just, they look like a certain name to me, or they bring ideas of a certain, so anyway. His real name is Dapper T-Rex Dinosaur, and he was by Nero Pilo. And this is what he looks like, T-Rex. And this is where he's at. So he needs a lot of work, but he's not on a hurry to finish list. Like I said, end of the year I'll be happy. And if I don't make it by the end of the year, I'm not going to be mad. So, it's a hobby. There's no reason for me to be mad about a hobby, right? I don't know if I have ever showed this one yet. It is a pattern that I obtained through, I'm throwing it out of the bag here. I received this as a kind of a reward from a stitching group that I was in, and it is, it's an Alma Lynn Designs in the Americana series, and it's the I Love New England series. It's two patterns. One is I Love New England with various you know, houses and a lady's bonnet and lighthouses, and then the other is Folk Art Country, and this is the one I started. Lady with a bonnet in a hand and a flower basket and a swan. So, or some people say it's a goose. It's probably a goose, but goose or a swan. Now, what I may do is, this is on, and I don't know what they're called, where the outer edge of the fabric is patchwork between like white and a color. In this case, it's kind of off-white and brown. And then I believe they use them as the front of a pillow. So I'm going to do, I may just do it as the square format and leave the Folk Art Country off of it so that it will fit right. But this is my work. This is my, now I've made a huge mistake. Across here, there was supposed to be an odd number of hearts. There were supposed to be 7 hearts. And I got excited and closed my eyes for a second and recounted, and I have an extra heart. So what I'm going to do is, instead of frogging all of this out and restarting, I'm just going to edit this. So I went ahead and put this dividing line where it originally is charted, but then where this this next area here, which is where the goose goes, or the swan, so this area, I would just make it a little bit bigger. And I kind of like that because to me he looks a little cramped, so that way he'll have just a little bit more space around the swan goose. So these are the peels. I've only gotten one set of 4. I like them, but I think that for this particular Q-snap, I need more of them because I'm really not getting to hold the fabric like I intended. I do not remember where I got this needle minder, but it says stay out of my bubble. And I love it. So, Like I said, I don't think I have shown this one on Flosstube before, and I believe I worked on it like the end of June. So I didn't really get very much done in June. Or I worked on it in the very first part of July. I can probably tell you that here in just a minute when I worked on it. Yes, I worked on it in July. I started it on July, hold on, come back. Why'd you run away? Just getting ready to give these people an answer and you ran away on me. Okay, where'd you go? Where'd you go? There you are.